Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you this cute little card that we created during our Stampin' Up! Event on stage in November. This card was created with the Be My Valentine bundle of products that you can find in the new January mini catalog. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I got started. Okay, we're going to start with the stamping for this project, and I'm going to bring in the punch and show you the orientation of where I want to stamp. I want to do the little bumblebee over here on the left, and the tail needs to be on the right, so I can slide it in from the right. So I'm going to stamp with my daffodil and then bring in my little stripe body image, line up that little stinger with that oval, and stamp. Once I've got that done, I can bring in his little eyes, and I'm going to use the little smiley face for this, and I want my little bumblebee to be flying this way, so I'm simply going to pop that right in the center, and I am going to punch this so I know how much room I have on the cardstock. There we go. Next, I'm going to stamp the little wings, and I'm going to bring in my tuxedo for that. I'm going to slide this in from this side, so I want my little wings to go like so. And I'm going to punch those out. This is a little smaller piece of cardstock than what I would like, but we'll make it work. And then I'm going to punch the antennae out, and I'm going to tuck that in right here and place that into my punch like so. There we go. I've got all the pieces, and we are ready to work on the Daffodil Delight panel. So I'm going to bring in my honeycomb, and ink that up. I'm going to simply place several of these little honeycombs around the panel. I'm going to turn them so that they appear random. And while my designer series paper and my focal point will cover it a little bit, I do want to go all the way around. And then I'm going to bring in my sentiment, I love you no matter what. Ink that up, line it up here at the bottom, and stamp. There we go. I've got my stamping done, and we're ready to move on to assembly. Okay, for the assembly, I am going to start by assembling my little bee so he has time to dry. I want him facing up, and so I'm going to put the little wings to the side and his antennae on the top. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive on each one of the heart points so that I can adhere. I'll use Stampin' Dimensionals also, which will help hold things in place in addition to the little bit of adhesive here. I've got his little antennae, and then I'm going to adhere his wings on either side simply by lifting and sliding those up. There we go. Isn't that adorable? I'm going to bring in my panel here, and I'm going to set first the petal pink down. And let's see, I think I'm going to angle it like so. And I'm going to adhere that flat. There we go. And then I'm going to bring the designer series paper in and do it at the opposite angle on top of that. Like so. Next, I'm going to flip my little bee over. I'm going to bring my dimensionals in, and I'm going to add them to the back. And as you can see, I'm using them so that they are also attaching the additional parts. And of course, if you want to add a few more or use your minis, you can, and you can add them to the wings and the tail. That's up to you. And I'm going to place him right here in the center of that flower panel. Bring in my card base, fold it on the score line, flip this over, and add some dimensionals to the back. I'm not going to add any to the center of this panel because I want a little flex since I've already bumped up that bumblebee. and place it in the middle of my card front like so. There you go. It's that quick and easy. I just love the way projects come together with the Be My Valentine stamp set and coordinating punch, along with the products that are a part of the suite. And of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.